The march is on. Well, actually, it's April, but.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a swarm for you. It's the first swarm of the season. I was actually pulling out of my driveway heading to work. Seen them hanging in the tree there, and I had to stop and throw on a bee suit and go out there and get them in a box. So I'll show you how that went down, and I hope you enjoy the video.
All right, guys, today we got the first swarm of 2023. They're out here on my plum tree. Pretty good sized swarm. I believe today is April 5th or 6th. I can't remember for sure. So it's kind of an early swarm, but they're not waiting on me. So let's go ahead and see if we can get them in a box. All right, so what I'm going to do, I've got an empty hive here. I'm going to take frames that have drawn out comb and put them in this nuke box, and we'll put the bees in there. So now that we've got frames of drawn wax, we're going to stick the bees in here, and they'll have something to get a head start on. So here we go. Now usually I would use my bee vacuum to try and vacuum through them until I could see the queen, but I'm running kind of low on time, so today we're going to try to move a little faster and just scoop the bees with our hands and put them in the box. I left one frame out to give them a little extra space, and you know, once they're established in this box, then I'll move them over to a proper location, but this is just a temporary holding facility, if you will. All right, let's see what we got here. You can see how they ball together. I'll go ahead and put them in the box here. Keeping a queen clip handy so that if I spot her, I can jump to it and try to grab her. There's a ball of bees. All right, I'm gonna try to scoop some of these pretty quick. See the bees marching there. They're coming from the tree and going across over to the box. As you can see, some of these over here are fanning. So, what they're doing is basically putting out a pheromone that tells the rest of the bees, hey, we found a good place to live. And that's why the other bees are starting to march over there. It's looking pretty good. It looks like that they're going to figure this one out, go in here in this box, and should be good to go. I'm going to end up having to leave them here and let them take their sweet time. I think I'm going to shake the tree and kind of knock them out on the ground. And that way they'll be encouraged to kind of head that way. Bunch piled on the side of the box. They'll get it figured out. Well, there's a bunch of them in there. All right, I gotta head to work, but we'll come back and check on these tomorrow and see if they decided to stay and accept the box or if they decided to change locations. We'll see what happens. All right, so just got off work and there's a pretty good storm coming, so it's evening time and I'm just going to check on the bees and try to get them up off the ground if possible. Oh yeah, they're settled in there nice. Now this box is made out of corrugated plastic. It's same thing they make political signs out of, and it's all self-contained, so it is weather resistant, and will keep the bees dry during the storm. But I want to get them up off the ground and up onto a platform if at all possible. So we'll look at doing that, and then tomorrow we'll have a real good look at them. All right, so I'm going to stick them right here in this little gap. That way they're somewhat protected from the weather and the wind between these two hives. It's supposed to rain a good bit tomorrow, so maybe if we get a gap in the rain, we can come and have a peek at them, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so here we are the following day. Bees are in here, obviously. I'm going to actually move the bees over into this hive because that was a pretty big swarm, and we want to give them more room than what they've got in that box. If we keep them in a smaller box, there's a chance that they might, decide that it's not big enough for them, and they might leave again. So, want to give them plenty of space. I'm going to put these empty frames with the plastic foundation in there. I haven't waxed these, but that's just temporary. I'm going to come back and replace these with
ones that I've put wax on, and we'll do that in the near future. It's actually 50 degrees today, so it's kind of cold, and the bees will be fine with that temperature, but they're not going to like it so much. They're staying in their hive and whatnot. So we're just going to real quickly move them over into this hive. I also have this little screen piece here. This is for the queen. If I can spot her, I'm going to sit this over top of her and kind of smash it down into the comb, and that'll hold her in place and make sure that she doesn't decide to leave the hive prematurely. And that'll give her a chance to orientate to the hive a little bit longer and start laying eggs and all that. So let's get started on that. All right, so now we have the empty frames in place, and we're going to get the bees out and go ahead and put them here in the middle. All right, let's just take a peek at them and see how they're doing here. Oh yeah, they're doing fine. But as you can see, they don't have enough room in this box, so we definitely want to give them this extra room, and that'll make them want to stay. As you can see, they're piled on there. They're still kind of in swarm mode. They're not spread out like they're working the comb. They're just bunched up. There's layer upon layer of bees here. So the chance of me seeing the queen is going to be very slim. And it's that way on all sides. So we're just going to set them in here, and we can find the queen later. Get them in here and give them some more room. That ought to be a good thing for them. Here we are again, wall-to-wall bees piled on top of each other, layer upon layer. See there, just when I tilted the frame, a big pile of bees fell off. So there's definitely not enough room in that box, but there will be in this one. All right, girls, get in the box there. One thing I am seeing on this frame, even though there's a big stack of bees, is I can see liquid in the cells. So that tells me that they have done a tiny bit of foraging and have been sticking nectar down in these cells, because when I put these frames in here, there wasn't anything in the frames. Another bunch of bees, just tons and tons of bees from this swarm. We'll stick her down in here. Alright, and I'm gonna try to scoot this over so that they have the proper spacing. I'll scoot this one over as well. And we'll just leave an empty one here, so when I come back I'll fix that. I'll show you how they all line up, and they're just kind of peeping over the corner. They're all piled up on top of each other, but they just kind of pile up in a line there. There's a little bit of bees left in the box. We'll go ahead and shake them off onto this here. I think they're pretty happy with it though. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the bees onto this hive. Do that. And then a little knock like that. That got most of them. There's maybe a handful left.
There we go, and this temporary nuke is empty. Trying to get all these bees up and into here because it's a cooler day and we want them to have all the bees they need to stay warm. You can see a lot of them have went down in the hole or down in the slots there. I think they're pretty happy with this, honestly. They're not staying up here all balled up like they want to get out of here. So this ought to be a good hive for them, and this will get them going. They can start stacking resources in these frames with the drawn comb, and if they want to get crazy and start building some comb, they've got these empty frames that they can start stacking comb on. So this will keep them going, and this will be good for them through the summer. All right, and there you have it. They're all set up. They're fanning, letting people know this is home. I think they're good to go.
All right, so there you have it, the first swarm of the season. As you can see, the bees are doing fine, and I think they're going to continue to do fine. I'll keep an eye on them over the season and deal with anything that pops up. So guys, if you like this kind of video, hit the thumbs up. It helps push my channel out to other people, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate you guys sticking around to this point. I've got a lot more coming. Getting ready to remove some bees from a tree. I'm gonna make a video about it. So stay tuned and subscribe if you want to see more. All right, we'll see you on the next one.